Like, he is being real in that moment where he's basically like, no, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the shiny thing. He goes, it doesn't matter that it doesn't work when I get it home. I want it now. He goes, I want the thing on the commercial. I want it. And there is something so deeply American about that. It is disturbing on some level. But there's also a level where you got to just recognize how powerful that stuff is, too.
Yeah.
Like, we are one of the only generations of people that have experienced this level of prosperity.
Oh, yeah.
Which is crazy.
And instant access to goods.
To everything.
You have an app on your phone, Amazon.
Anything.
And you can just buy whatever you want. You can buy crazy shit on Amazon. Very expensive things on Amazon. You just have it sent to your house.
It's like my boomer parents were like the first heavily propagandized generation with regard to advertising.
Yeah.
That's why we all grew up eating shit, because like they believed corporations.
Yeah.
Corporations were like, McDonald's is it. Your kids are going to love it. And you're like, all right, we'll go to McDonald's. Now, my cousin's 2 kids have never had McDonald's. They're 6 and 4. She goes, they'll never. She goes, I can't control them forever, but for right now, they'll never have McDonald's. We grew up eating there.
Yeah.
Because corporations were paramount. My father loves commercials as much as TV shows. He used to call me like the Budweiser frogs were his favorite thing in the world. Remember those 3 frogs?
I do remember those
on
frogs.
the lily pads?
I do remember them.
Budweiser. And my father loved them. To him, that was art. Like, that was, the boomers were like one of the first generations where the advertising was art. Like, after 9/11, Budweiser did this commercial where all the Clydesdales took a knee and they said, from one America. And they were doing it, and you're like, where was it? And they're doing it in Jersey, and you're looking at where the towers used to be. And it took you a minute to get it. And then they all take a knee, and Budweiser said, from one American icon to another. And my father's like crying in the living room, going, this is the greatest thing I've seen. The bodies were still like smoldering, and my father, yeah, here it is. It's crazy.
How did they go from that to what they did?
It's
How
a big
did
mistake.
they go from that to this Dillon Mulvaney disaster?
Well, I think what they thought was going to happen, right? Because I think what happens is all you need is one nut. This is all you need in any company. Nobody's ever worked in a company. Like, the people that are curious about how this happened, a lot of them have never worked in a company where just one person has an inordinate amount of power, and one motherfucker can go in there and go, no, this is the way it's going to be. And usually that person doesn't get called out because usually the company's not Budweiser, and usually it's not going to be, but we all see like one person in any organization can totally throw it on its head. And I think they had a marketing director who said, we're going to have a little fun. We're going to be a little edgy. This is going to be cool. And we're going to get Dillon Mulvaney. And I don't think what they had imagined was that was kind of this straw that broke the camel's back, because I think people had felt like this new world was being shoved down their throat. And then they were looking at Budweiser and they were going, we have to push back against this because we feel like all of this is happening a little too quickly. It's a little crazy and we don't understand it. And they fought back. But I think it was probably just 1 or 2 people.
That is wild.
That probably came in there. And you're not paying attention. You go, yeah, here's a budget. Go work with influencers.
But it was also the speech that she gave about wanting to do something to sort of upgrade the brand's image, that it was a very fratty.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
what's one bitch? Oh, one bitch has to go in there and go, she goes out to a bar one night. She's a bunch of guys in fucking, those pink salmon shorts and fucking loafers drinking Bud Light. And she goes, I don't like this. I got to change this.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's one person.
It's the whole group of people that buy it.
Yeah.
Like, imagine.
It's a shitty beer. It's not the best beer. I'm not a beer drinker. I don't drink alcohol now.
It's
but
not the best beer.
It's not the best beer, right?
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay when it's cold.
It's not like a connoisseur's beer.
No.
No, this is a cooler beer.
Yeah.
This is a frat bro beer.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're going to now do the Dillon Mulvaney thing. Yeah. I mean, people getting upset about it, I understand to a degree. I understand where it comes from. But I've never looked at corporations and went, they're good. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I never thought that they were beacons of truth.
Right.
So I never thought that, like, I can't believe it's not butter had to have my political view. Like, you know?
Right.
Because I'm like, oh, they're selling poison crap. And fat people are going, no, it's not butter. Yeah.
You know how wild it is that they
Yeah.
convinced people that margarine was better for
Of
you
course.
than butter?
Well, they came in and they said frozen yogurt's better than ice cream. And it's just chemicals. Same thing. Just chemicals, right?
Sugar.
Margarine's better than butter. This vegan stuff, these Impossible burgers are better than burgers, and they're like fake, and they're loaded with sodium, and they have fake blood and stuff. But that's what I always viewed corporations like that. I always came from that generation where we looked
Right.
at corporations where we're like, oh, you're full of shit. My parents looked at corporations crying at the commercials, going, they care about us. Budweiser cares. McDonald's cares. They care about us.
Right.
You know? Like when I was a child actor, I said to my parents, they brought me into some audition. I didn't get it. And I came out and I went, I didn't get it, but can we still go to McDonald's? My dad used that as like, look what a good head he has on his shoulders. He can handle rejection and he just wants to go to McDonald's. And it's like, no, that's a toxic factory of horrible food that no kid should be eating. But we grew up having birthday parties there. Every kid in my class had a birthday party at Burger King or whatever. It's just what it was. Because our parents fundamentally trusted corporate America and the government enough to go, well, if it was bad, the government would be regulating it.
Yeah, nobody thought of fast food as bad when we were kids. It
Nobody.
was just food that wasn't the best food.
Right. And nobody was like, this stuff's bad.
Like, I think when Super Size Me came out, that was like the first time where people actually really thought, like, okay, how bad is this?
Yeah, but then that guy was so annoying. That guy that people were like, well, fuck him. Like, he made a true point. But people were like, but the corporations are smart. They go, okay, how about fast casual? How about fast casual? Not fast food. And you go, well, it's not fast food. I have to stand on a line. They give me a thing. But it's the same thing. Like, they just morph what they do. So to me, I've never been like, these corporations will do what they can get away with. And I think with the Mulvaney thing, they just went a step too far.